C major 7. Strings 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. C sharp diminished. Okay, D minor 7. D sharp diminished. Actually, I think it says E flat diminished on the scale, on the chart. E, or C with E in the bass. And I kind of want to play this note here. We don't have to, but this G on the second string at the 8th fret. C7/G is going to be up here. So again, this is the first one that's a little bit odd here, but it's like if I just played my regular old 6-string C bar chord, C7, except I'm just going to go with this ring finger note in the bass, this G in the bass, and so I can give up the 6th string there. So that's going to be strings 5, 4, 3, frets 10, 8, 9, and then that's all I really need, but I can bar the rest of this at the 8th fret here. Then I'm going to go to F/A. So there's my A on the 5th string, and then this 3-string bar at the 10th. And then from there I'm going to go right to a regular old 5th string F minor bar chord. I'm going to go back to C with E in the bass, so that's E at the 7th fret of the 5th string, and this 3-string bar here at the 5th fret. Now I'm going to play an A7. And I kind of want to be able to get these high notes, so I'm going to go ahead and play the big chord. D minor 7, G7, and then what do they do here? They have a turnaround. So this is ending 1 at the end of the second line there. So E7, and I'm going to play the little triangle. E7, A7, so strings 5 or 6, 4, 3, frets 5, 5, 6. I'm going to do the triangle here for D7, and then the same pattern that I did before for G7. So strings 6, 4, 3, frets 3, 3, 4. And then it starts again. So let's play it up to speed this time a little bit. We'll go C major 7, C sharp diminished, D minor 7, E sharp diminished, E flat diminished, C with E in the bass, C7 with G in the bass, F with A in the bass, regular old F minor, C with E in the bass, A7, D minor 7, G7, and now the turnaround. First ending, E7, A7, D7, G. Okay, here we go again. So from the top, C major 7, C sharp diminished, D minor 7, E flat diminished, C with E in the bass, C7 with G in the bass, F with A in the bass, F minor, C with E in the bass, A7, D minor 7, G7, and now here's the second ending. We're going to go C, F6, and then I'm going to play C here. Right? Just because it's in the neighborhood. So C, F6, C. Now, triangle E7. That's our transition to the next section, which goes A minor 7. Da, 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 da. Then F7, I'm going to do the triangle. Triangle with My root note is this F on the 8th fret of the 5th string. Now D7, triangle, I just take it down to D on the 5th string, 5th fret here. Oh, so let's do that again. So starting with the A minor 7th, 7 there, we go da 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 da, F7, da 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 da, D7, da 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 da, A7, da 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 da. Now we got a cool thing. We're gonna go G7. So I'm gonna take this same sort of small 3-note chord voicing of a G7, and I'm gonna go, and all I gotta do is raise the bass. Same other 2 notes. So there's G7, G sharp diminished. I'm only playing 3 notes for it. A minor 7, triangle D7. And now we have another little turnaround here. So we've got G7, we'll play the short chords. G7, A7, here's a triangle D7, back to G7. So let's do that again. We've got A minor 7, da 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 da, F7, da 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 da, D7, ya ba ba da, A7, da 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 bum, G7, da da, G sharp diminished, da, A minor 7, D7, G7, A7, D7, G7, and then one more time. C major 7, C sharp diminished, D minor 7, E flat diminished, C with E in the bass, C7 with G in the bass, F with E in the bass, and then, oh, the chart's messed up. That should be an F minor. And then C with E in the bass, A7, D minor 7, G7. And now there are 2 endings at the very bottom. Ending 1 is if we're not done yet and we're going to do the whole thing again, and that's just going to be C6, which is not that important that you play the 6. You can play regular C, but we'll try C6, fret 3, 2, 2, C, E, A, D sharp diminished, which is, I don't know why it says it that way. It's the same chord we just played as E flat diminished. I'll have to fix that on the chart too. So C6, D sharp diminished, D minor 7, G7. That would be the turnaround that would put us right back in there. And then the second ending is when you're done at the end of the song, and that's just going to go C6, F6, C, or you could play C major 7, C6, F6, C major 7, or even C major 7 up there. Okay, there you have it.